In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to close a dart and open up a dart, okay? So what I have here is basically a very super simple bodice front. And I am going to close this up and open it up at the neckline, okay? And this method you can use for a bunch of different, opening up darts or moving things like that, okay? So let's just start. So what I want to do first, the problem here is that this is all one big path. And how I'm going to close this dart up is I'm going to split this in two, okay? So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to give myself kind of a guideline. So I'm going to come over here to my pen tool, and I'm going to come down here and kind of split. I want to split it about here, okay? Now, there could be different ways you want to split it or things like that. I'm just kind of showing you how to manipulate to open it up and close it up, okay? So let me go down here and check that that's on the point, and it is not. So I'm going to come down to my anchor and just, I'm actually going to do this with my arrow key. I'm just going to nudge it down, okay? So this is really just a guideline, okay? We're going to end up getting rid of this line later. Okay, so this is where I want to split my bodice in two. And this is just a guideline for this. So we're going to use the scissors tool. Now, I know the scissors tool can be complicated, but this is really the best way to do this, okay? So let's kind of go in. So what I want to do is I want to cut it on either side of this guiding line. So I'm going to come as close as I can and cut. All right, and then I'm going to come over here and cut. Okay, so what I've done is I've cut on both sides, so this is now two separate paths. So let's do the same thing down here. I want to cut on this side, and I want to cut on this side. Okay, we know. Let's kind of zoom in a little bit. All right, so what I've done is using the scissors tool, I have cut this bodice into two, okay? So now we have this path, which is the right-hand side, and we have this path, which is the left-hand side. Now, for our purposes, so right now, there's just a big gaping hole in between them, okay? You see this path goes up, down, around the armhole, down, 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 and then there's nothing in between, okay? Because this is just a separate line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to my Pathfinder icon, and I'm going to click this open. And what I want to do, so I've selected this left-hand side, and I'm going to come over here to Unite. Okay, so it says create a compound shape and add to shape area. Okay, so what this is going to do, if I click this, and you see it put a line in between these 2 points. So now this is a full shape. Okay, so now I'm going to come over to my other side and do the same thing. Okay, so using my selection tool, I selected it, and now I'm going to unite. Okay, so now I can probably get rid of this here of my guiding line, because that was just to show me where I wanted to open up the or where I wanted to split, excuse me, the bodice. Okay, so now I basically have two shapes, one here, one here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to the rotate tool, and I want to rotate this left-hand side, and I'm going to click here and anchor it. Now I'm going to click, come on, click, and see, it was doing this for me earlier for some reason. If you don't use a mouse, it can be a little annoying. So let's go back. Let me just select this side. All right, let's go to the rotate tool, Now click and drag. There we go. And so I'm rotating it around that point to open up this dart, okay? So, you know, as much as you want to rotate it, you can just do a little bit. You can have, you know, some here, some here. So this is a way to kind of manipulate your darts, okay? So let's say I want to close this dart completely at the bottom and open it up at the top. You know, I'm not sure, you know, what you want to do, but this is a way to do it. So let's click off of this, okay? So now this is a little bit awkward, okay? So you can come in and redraw that line again. So let's do that. Well, you don't need to watch me do that. So you can redraw this line, cut these and get rid of them, and then you can obviously cut this as well. So this takes a little cleanup afterwards, but this is a great way to open up a dart or close a dart, okay? So I hope this was helpful, and I'll be back with more tutorials soon. Bye.